That's so huge.
I know those three words. I don't know.
Because the whole idea of if you're jumping to a conclusion is you've already decided you do know.
Yes. And sometimes you don't. Okay. We all jump to conclusions, right, Otto?
I do, you do, I think everybody does.
Because we're all looking out at the world differently. We all have different experiences and different ways of seeing the world, and that's where all that comes from. We jump to conclusions because, well, this is just the way it is. But it's not.
The very definition of somebody who's jumping to a conclusion is they've actually concluded, decided that this is the way something is. If you've jumped to a conclusion, then you've decided that he or she is like this. They are like that. The situation is like this. You may have also decided that this is never going to change. You may have also decided this is really bad. I can't deal with this. I can't take it. Or it might be just simply something like you've jumped to a conclusion that I don't want this. Whatever it is, if you've jumped to a conclusion and you want to stop, the most important thing, I think, is to realize that you've jumped to a definitive way of thinking that this is the way something is, and you're not open to something being different. You're not open to being something being new.
So here's what I do, and I've learned to do, is, oh, wait a minute. I've just decided in my mind that this is why such and such said that. And, I've decided their motivation. I've decided why they did what they did. And I question, wait a minute, do I know that for sure? Do I know? Well, yeah, no, I really don't. Let me find out. Let me ask. And I know that in the heat of, when somebody does something that you think, oh, no, they mean, oh, this is terrible, oh, whatever, then you're not thinking real concretely here. But if you can just realize in the moment, wait a minute, I don't know. I think
That's so huge.
I know those three words. I don't know.
Because the whole idea of if you're jumping to a conclusion is you've already decided you do know.
Yes. And sometimes you don't. And a lot of times you don't. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've thought someone's motivation is something, and it didn't turn out to be that way at all. So when you say to yourself, I don't know, let me find out. And then you ask, can you tell me a little bit more about that? And you see if, oh, well, let me find out a little bit more. And you listen. That's been the key for me.
Yeah. To stop jumping to conclusions. It's so huge to understand that you can't know what somebody else is thinking, what they're doing. You can't know their motivation. You can't know their why. You can't know their thought process. All you can know is what you're thinking and believing in the moment. And in almost every case, that has nothing to do with reality. That has nothing to do with them and why they're doing something, why they're behaving in the way that they are, why they're, saying, doing, or anything like that. So if you want to stop jumping to conclusions, just coming into the present moment a little bit more of the time, and a little bit more of the time, and a little bit more of the time. And just simply, like you were saying a moment ago, Susie, just coming to this place of really getting, I don't know. Because if you think you know, just check it out and see. Do you really know? Chances are that you don't.